Well, it's going to be a quick tutorial on how to put your V10 back together from the ground up. So here I have my pieces, I have my core, I have my tensioning bits and center pieces all kind of laid out. So to start things off, we are actually going to take our core. Then we're going to start off with a center piece, thread it right through right that. And then we're going to go ahead and take one of our little tensioning bits right here. This is made up of 4 parts, and if you have a maglev, it's made out of 5 parts. So the first thing that we're going to have to do here is our little dial that goes in the very bottom, like that. Now this will sit all the way down there. We're going to take our white compression cup, which sits on top of that. And then here it's either the maglev or the spring. I have a spring version here. So here we just put it in, and then we're going to take this retaining nut and then push it through, or sit on top of the spring, and we're gonna try to push it all the way through until it goes through that center part. And once it goes through the center part, we're gonna twist it slightly to lock it into place. The locking into place is very, very important because that's what keeps it from exploding. So now that it's locked into place, we don't want to touch it too much because we don't want this to drop down and then it fall apart completely. Now, if you have a maglev, so let's say we have a maglev system like this one, it's the same thing where you're going to do a dial at the bottom, the white compression cup, and then instead of a spring, we're doing 2 opposing magnets. The thinner of the 2 magnets goes in first and sits at the bottom of the compression cup. The thicker of the 2 magnets then goes on top of that. See, I put that in so it attracts. That is wrong. We want to take that out. And we want to make sure that we're putting it in. Here you can see that one is thin and one is thick. Let's try to get that focused in there. The thinner one is the one that goes in the bottom. So just trying to separate this. Okay, so we put in our thin one in first, and then this one opposite of that. So this will try to fight you, which is fine. We just want to make sure that it's sort of in there. We will take our retaining pin like we did before. And we're just going to try to press it in place while doing that. And then it's the same procedure. We want to press down. So now it's currently, you see the little teeth, it's on the O and U. We want to set that to the M and Y. So we're just gonna press down and then twist that blue part slightly so it goes into place. Come on. Ah, it's fighting me. Okay. Yes? No. There we go. So that is it locked in. That's how you would do it for maglev. Spring, a little bit easier because you don't have to fight it. But that's how I'm going to start off. I'm going to go ahead and start putting these centers back onto here. Again, compression cup, or the dial at the bottom. Make sure that the numbers are facing up. We got our compression cup, our spring, and our retaining pin all going through it like that. Turn slightly so it locks into place. Now we just want to lift up, make sure that that is locked in, and then just repeat that process for all of the center pieces. So I can speed this up a little bit. Okay, so everything is locked in. I'm just gonna give each side a quick tug, make sure that that is all kind of put together. From here, it would just be assembling it like a regular 3x3. So we're just gonna put in our edges and put them in randomly, and I will fix it later. And just gonna start putting in a corner here. Making sure that everything, and we don't want to mess around too much with the centers. We can always make adjustments later to the tensions. What we don't want is the center like this mint colored piece to drop down and then set itself on the release position. So we want to make sure that we're careful not to be twisting the center pieces too many times and risking it getting put back in that release position. That. And like pretty much any other cube, we start and finish we finish assembly rather with an edge and not a corner, turning it slightly, spreading apart the corners, and then slowly pushing that edge in to make sure that it goes in snug into the puzzle, like that. From here, we would just reset our tensions, make sure that everything is properly put down. Right now, everything kind of looks to be random, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tool that comes with it. And set everything to something a little bit more reasonable. So let's see how to use these tools. So let's see, this one, yeah, so it's kind of, it looks like it's kind of just like the tornado, where you turn one way to set one thing and then another way to set another thing. So that's good, that makes things easier. I'm gonna set this back onto setting 1 and then compression 1, or compression 0. That should kind of bring it back to a default tension. Just do that for all the sides. So I know that one was already done. Let's do the yellow side. Okay, tensions have been reset. Just want to make sure that this is actually solvable. So I got a few corner twists here. Edge orientation seems to be fine. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's just a corner twist. Now we don't want to twist a corner without taking out an edge. That's how you break corners. All right, and that's how you would completely put together a V10 from the ground up. Hope that helps.